Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so today we are going to start a new chapter, geometrical shapes, right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
already you have done some of the topics,
Yes, ma'am.
like you have covered line segment, line, intersecting lines also you have done, parallel
Yes,
lines
ma'am.
also, and ray. है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
And here you have completed your topics. Okay, now, but I want these topics to be discussed again. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so first of all, what is a line segment? The very first topic of this chapter is line segment, right? So what is a line segment?
Ma'am, line segment is a line which has an exact measure.
An exact measure, that's it? Nothing else?
Ma'am,
In more easier terms, how you're going to define a line segment? In a layman language, how will you define it?
ma'am, it can be measured and
And
it has a
okay,
proper measure.
okay, I'll give you a simpler definition. Okay, a line segment has how many points? Two
2
end
points.
points. Two, not points, end points. Okay, for example, see, I have drawn this. This is point A, this is point B. So this is a line segment. Why this is a line segment and not a line? This is a line segment or a line? Tell me first of all.
Ma'am, this is a line segment because it has endpoints.
Yes, it is a line segment because it has how many endpoints? Two endpoints. This is point A and this is point B. So now you are pretty much clear that line segment has two endpoints, right? And you can measure it, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how you're going to write a line segment? A,
Ma'am,
B,
A.
and like this. This is how you write.
Yes,
This is
ma'am.
how you denote a line segment. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I write it like this? BA?
No, ma'am.
No. Why? Why can't?
Yes, ma'am, you can write.
I can write. Why? Tell me the answer. If yes, then also you tell me
Ma'am,
the reason.
because A goes to B and B also goes to A.
And both are endpoints, right?
Yes,
Both
ma'am.
are the endpoints. A is also an endpoint and B is also an endpoint. So that means we can write it both ways, AB and BA.
B.
Clear?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
do you have any confusion in line segment?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Can we move to the next topic, line?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now suppose now I extend this line segment in both the directions. I have extended this line segment in both the
Both
directions, like this. B I have extended on the right hand side and A point I have extended to the left hand side. Now this is not a line segment anymore, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Why it is not a line segment anymore?
Ma'am, because now it doesn't has any endpoint. And it
Right,
is
very good, very good. Because now it doesn't have endpoints. Because we have extended this line segment in both the directions and a line never has an endpoint. Okay?
Yes,
It can move endlessly in both the directions. Fine?
yes, ma'am.
It can move endlessly in both the directions. So if you want to take a complete picture of a line, can you take?
No, ma'am.
No, because line segment, a line can be of any measure. So you cannot take a picture of a line, isn't it? Why we have drawn these
Because
arrows?
the
Tell
line
me the
never
reason.
ends.
Why we have drawn these arrows? What is the reason?
Ma'am,
Why we have
because
drawn
it is extended in both directions and it never
extended in both the directions and it doesn't have an end point. Okay? And the object which doesn't have an end point can't be measured, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this line AB is not having endpoints, so we can't measure a line. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that means, okay, first of all, how you're going to denote This
A,
line.
B, and we
AB.
will make line and we will make 2 arrows also.
Yes. So why we have drawn these 2 arrows? Because it represents.
Because it is not a line segment, it is a line.
Yes, very good. So that means what is the difference between this and this? This represents a line segment AB and this represents a line AB. Okay? Any
Yes,
problem?
ma'am.
Any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So that means line topic is also clear. Okay. Now let's move to the next. I will put some questions also and you have to answer those questions later on. You are ready for that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next topic is intersecting lines. Now Ishan will answer what do you mean by intersecting lines?
Ma'am, lines that intersect at one point are known as intersecting lines.
Okay. How many lines can intersect at a point?
Ma'am, infinite.
Infinite. Very good. Okay. But at least how many lines do we require for intersection?
Ma'am, 2.
Only 2, not more than 2. Minimum number of lines required for intersection.
Ma'am, 2.
Minimum 2. Very good. Because if there will be a single line, then there can be no intersection, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
If we have a single line or if we have a single line segment, then there can be no intersection. But if we have 2 line segments, then definitely they can intersect if we want.
Yes, ma'am.
And this point of intersection that we have, this is known as point of intersection. Right? Okay. Now, can we have 3 line segments or 3 lines that can intersect?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. 4?
Yes, ma'am.
5?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And just now you answered my question that you can have infinite number of lines passing through a point. That means at this point we can draw as many lines as we want at this point of intersection, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But the two important points that you should remember is the first point that a single line can never have intersection, and second thing, at least we require 2 line segments for intersection. 2 or more, right? Okay, so this is also clear to you. Let's move to the next topic, parallel lines. Parallel lines. Okay. Now, do you know what are parallel lines?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, lines that are 2 lines that are similar, but they have gap in between.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to draw 2 lines. Okay. Wait. I'm going to draw 2 lines now. This is a line and this is a line. So they are parallel lines.
No.
Why? You said
they have
now.
Equal gap.
Yes, they have equal gap. That means, okay, why these 2 lines are not parallel?
Ma'am, because they don't have equal gap.
Okay, now, okay, they don't have equal gap. Now, what will be
and ma'am, they don't look similar also.
Okay, they don't look similar. What do you mean by similar?
Ma'am, because one is standing and one is slanting.
Okay, so that means according to you, if the lines look similar and if they have equal gap, then they are parallel. Okay, so and by similar you means they both have to be like this. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
To be more precise, I will tell you what are parallel lines. This is a line. Okay, this is a line. This is also a line. Now listen carefully. When I will extend this, suppose I extend this line. Okay, and now I'm extending this line also. They both are meeting at a point. They both are meeting at a point and we get a point.
They will become intersecting point.
Yes, because this is a very important fact about parallel lines, that the parallel lines, when we extend those parallel lines, they should never intersect. Because if they intersect, they are not parallel. Okay?
Yes.
Is that okay? That means this is a very important fact that you should always remember. What is this fact?
That 2 parallel lines can never intersect.
when we extend them. Okay? Because see, in this case, if I say these two lines are parallel, then definitely they are not intersecting, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't it? But how I will prove that they will intersect? How will I prove? When I will extend these lines and they will intersect, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So parallel lines should never intersect when we extend them in any direction. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So from today, you will remember 3 points about parallel lines. First point is equal gap.
They can never intersect when they are extended.
Yes, they should never intersect when they are extended. And third point, they look similar. Just as you said, है ना? Okay. So parallel lines, okay, how you denote? Suppose this is, okay, let us have two parallel lines. This is AB and this is CD. How you will denote this parallel line? A, B, and what the symbol you are going to put over here?
Line symbol.
Line symbol, yes, line symbol. This is C, D. Here also you will put a line symbol. But now, how you're going to show that these two lines are parallel? How you will write? You will write AB is parallel to
CD.
This way. Okay? This also you have done earlier, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, next topic is ray. Now,
And ray is a line which has one end point and is extended to the other direction.
Okay, to the other direction. Very good. This I have drawn. Okay. This is point A and let us mark this as B. This is a ray. Why this is a ray? Because it has one end point and that end point is A. Okay. Okay, let us do it from the scratch. This is a line segment, AB. Fine. Now, I will start extending it from here like this. Now, this line segment AB is now converted into
ray AB.
Ray. And now why? What is the difference between? What is the difference between this and this? It has two endpoints.
Second one is extended and it is a ray now.
The two differences are, first of all, this is having two endpoints, A and B. But the second one is having only one endpoint, A. But now, what about B?
Ma'am,
now B is not an endpoint anymore?
No, ma'am.
No. So, how you will designate this point B now? What you will say about this point B? In the first example, A is an endpoint. B is also an endpoint. That is why this is a line segment. Okay. Now, my question is, in the second example, point A is an endpoint. But what about point B, which was earlier an endpoint, but now we have extended it? It is no more an endpoint now. But now what is it then?
Ma'am, it will become a line.
Point B is a line.
Ma'am, line or ray?
No. See, here point A is end point. Okay. But point B is, it is now just a point on the path of the ray. Got it?
Yes.
Got it? Now you have understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Point A is still an end point, but point B is now only known as a point which is present on the path of the ray.
Yeah.
Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. How you going to denote this? A, B, and you will write. You will make a symbol of ray. That means this is how you're going to represent AB.
ray B.
Fine. Okay. Now I have few questions for you, Ishan. My first question is, you have to answer my first question. Can we write AB as BA?
No, ma'am.
Why?
Ma'am, because the line is your ray is extending to the B direction, and if we turn B to A side, then the ray will also be turned.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you are right, almost right. AB. AB is what? A is the end point and B is just a point on the path of the ray. Hai na?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
in BA, if you write it like BA, then it will
Ma'am,
go
it will
wrong.
become an end point now.
Yes, very good. Now B will be known as end point, which is not true. So
Yes,
it
ma'am.
means we cannot write it like BA. It will be only denoted as AB.
AB.
Yes, very good. Now, second question for you. How many lines can pass through one given point? First part, and second part, two given points. Have you understood my question? Should I repeat?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, my question is, how many lines can pass through one given point?
Ma'am, like intersecting lines or ray?
You tell me the answer, first of all. How many lines can pass through one point, just one given point?
Ma'am, infinite.
Very good. Because when you have a single point, then any number of lines can pass through this point, right? Okay, you got it right. Now, second part of this question is, how many lines can pass through two given points? If you have two given points, suppose you have point A and suppose you have point B. 2 points are given to you, then how many lines can pass? How many?
One.
Why one?
Ma'am, because if A is here and B is there, then only one line can go there.
Very good, very good. Only one line can pass through two given points. Very good. Okay. So that means all the topics that you have earlier studied are clear to you. Okay.
Yes,
now today we will start with new topic, curves.
Curves.
Do you have any idea about curves?
No, ma'am.
Do you use this word in your daily language? Curves.
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you mean by curve? What is a curve?
Ma'am, a point from where direction is changed.
Okay. Any other definition? Okay. Now listen carefully. Curve can be any figure. Curve can be any figure. It is a type of a shape, right? It is a figure which can be drawn. For example, see, I am starting from this point. This I have drawn. Another example, this I have drawn. Next example, this. All these are curves. Why? Because these figures. No, okay, all these are changing directions, but then you can say in this figure also the direction has been changed. Then this is also a curve. Here I change the directions how many times?
Ma'am, 4 times.
Then you, according to you, this is also a curve. Is that right? No, that means this is not the correct definition. So what is a curve? But this is a curve, this is a curve, this is also a curve. All these are curves. See, it's very simple. It's very simple.
Ma'am,
Curve
it's
can be,
round in shape.
it is round in shape. Okay, listen, I'm going to tell you. Curve can be any figure which you can draw without lifting your pencil from the notebook. This definition is written in your NCERT book. Okay. Curve can be any figure that you can draw very easily without lifting your pencil from your notebook. Any figure you can draw, any shape you can draw, that will be known as curve.
Curve.
Okay. Okay. Now see. Okay, Ishan, I want to ask you something. Do you make notes while the teacher teach you online? So whatever I'm teaching you, how you're going to remember it? Because when I teach now, I provide notes to my children so that when they prepare for their exams, they go through my notes and they are sufficient for them. So would you like to prepare notes or you want to study like this?
I can prepare notes.
You can prepare notes. So you have a notebook in your hand right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Or, okay. Okay, then because you have done the previous topics earlier also, na line segments do to आपने पहले पढ़े थे. So what we can do from curves we are starting. So from curves you can start making notes today. Okay, so write the topic curves. Why this is important na? Because when you will revise my notes, you will remember, you can recall easily whatever I taught. Okay. You don't have to go through multiple books at that time. Fine? You are okay with this? Okay.
Yes,
So write down the definition of curves. Write down. A curve is a figure. A curve is a figure which can be drawn without lifting. Which can be drawn without lifting your pencil. Without lifting your pencil from the notebook. Without lifting the pencil from the notebook.
Ma'am, letters also have curves.
Letters, yes, letters also have curves like C, M. Okay, okay. One thing I would like to explain later on. First of all, one thing I want to tell right now is this straight line. This is a straight line. This is a line segment. Okay, this is a line segment because it has two endpoints. Is this a curve?
No, ma'am.
No. When I see, I can see it is not a curve. You can also see it is not a curve. But in mathematics, we say that curve can also be in the form of a straight line. Why? Because when you draw a line segment, I started from here and I ended here. I did not lift up my pencil from the notebook, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It was very easy for me to draw this line without lifting up the pencil. That means, according to the mathematical definition, this is also a curve. Because I drew this line segment without lifting it up, isn't it? So this is also a curve. According to mathematical notations, this is a curve. Is that clear?
And when we draw a line and it doesn't has arrows or endpoints, what will we call it? Like we draw in fill in blanks.
What? I couldn't get you.
Ma'am, like when we draw lines that don't have that dots also and arrows also, like in fill in the
Like this.
blanks. For
Like
yes,
this.
ma'am.
That is nothing. That is just you can say it's a no. It's not a curve. It's not a line. It's not a line segment. It's just a notation dash. When you put under fill in the blanks, now what is your name, and you put like this. So that is not a line. That is not a line segment. It is not a curve also. It's just a symbol. It is just a symbol. Okay. Like you have greater than sign, like you have less than sign, you have equal to, all these are symbols.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is also kind of a symbol. You cannot categorize it that it is a line segment or line or ray, whatever. Okay. Am I clear? Any confusion till now?
Ma'am.
Okay. So curve definition you have already written. Now write down curves are of three types. Curves are of three types.
Yes, ma'am.
First, simple curve. Okay. Simple curve. Now see what is a simple curve. First I will explain and then I will make you write. It's just a one-line statement. Okay. What is a simple curve? A curve. Let me draw first of all few examples. This I have drawn, this I have drawn, and this. See, in this example, is this curve crossing itself? Okay. Is this curve crossing itself?
No, ma'am.
Is this curve crossing itself?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. That means it is
It is
not
a
a
closed.
simple curve, because simple curves are those curves which doesn't cross itself. Fine. Write down the definition quickly. Be quick. Write down. If a curve, write down in simple curve, if a curve does not cross itself. If a curve does not cross itself, then we call it as simple curve. Then we call it as simple.
It as.
I repeat, if a curve does not cross itself, then we call it as simple curve. Okay. Second is open curve. Can you, would you like to guess what is an open curve?
Ma'am, it is like simple curve.
Then what is the difference between simple and open curve? The answer is there in the is in the name only. Open curve, na? Open.
Ma'am, it is.
It is open. Then what does it mean?
Ma'am, the figure you made in simple curve, second one, it is like that.
It is open. Okay. Why are you saying that it is open? It is right. It is open. But why it is open?
Ma'am, because it is like a box, but it doesn't has a lid.
Okay. Is this curve an open curve? Third
No,
one. Why? Because it is not a box shape type of, isn't it?
Ma'am.
Okay, let me tell you. See, in the second example, suppose this is the starting point and this is the end point. Okay. Starting point and the end point, they are not meeting, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
They are not meeting, so it is an open curve. Here, if I started from here, this is the starting point and this is the end point. Here also the starting and the end point did not meet. So this is also an open curve. Am I clear? That means all the curves where the starting point and the end points do not meet are called open curves. Write down. If the starting point and end point of a curve does not meet. If the starting point and the end point of a curve does not meet.
Or the end point of a curve do not meet.
Point of the curve does not meet, like this. Here the starting and end point does not meet, like this. You can draw the examples on your own also. Okay?
Do meet.
Should I repeat the definition?
It is called an open curve.
It is called an open curve. If the starting point and end point of a curve does not meet, then it is called an open curve.
One curve.
Ishan, nobody will ask you these definitions in your exam. Nobody will ask what is simple curve. Nobody will ask what is open curve. But to build your foundation, to get your concepts clear, you should know this, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's why I'm making you write this thing. Otherwise, it will not be asked in the exam what is open curve. Okay? Next, third one is closed curve. What is a closed curve?
Ma'am, it is like a closed figure where two
figure.
endpoints meet.
Very good. Where the starting point and where the end point meet, then those curves are known as closed curves. Quickly write down.
Ma'am, line segment is also an open curve.
Yes, very good. Line segment is an open curve because both the ends are not meeting. So line segment is an open curve. Okay, write down closed curve. If the starting point and end point of a curve meet. If the starting point and the end point of a curve meet.
And
if the starting point and the end point of a curve meet.
It's called a closed curve.
Can you draw some of the examples? Like a circle. Circle is a closed curve. Okay. This is a closed curve. Fine. You can draw many examples, as many examples you want. Clear? Okay. Now let's move to the next.
My body is also a closed curve.
Yes. You have multiple number of closed curves around you. You have multiple number of open curves also around you. You can think about it. Okay. Okay. Now, I have something to tell you about closed curve. Listen, first of all. This is a closed curve, right? This is a closed curve. Okay. Now, this is point A. This point A is inside this closed curve, right?
Yes,
this is point B. This point B is on the boundary of this closed curve, right? And let us take a third point, point C. This point C is outside. This point C is outside the closed curve. Okay, so we have 3 points. We have point A, which is inside the closed curve. We have point B, which is on the boundary of the closed curve, and point C, which is outside the closed curve. Now, if I shade this portion, now this closed curve has this point A and it has this point B. Okay, this is known as region. This is excluded. Why this is excluded? Because it is lying outside this closed curve. Okay, for example, you are living in your house. You have your own home, right? So this is your house, but this is the boundary of your house. So this boundary is also yours now, or only the portion which is inside is yours. The boundary is not yours.
The boundary also.
Very good, very good. The boundary is also yours. That means point A is already lying inside, but point B is lying on the boundary. So region, it is known as region. Region means a shaded area or an area which consists of both the point lying inside and the point lying on the boundary. It is known as a region. Like your own house is your region. Nobody can enter your house without your permission, right? Yes. Because it is your region, it is your area. But outside point C, suppose a person is standing over here. Can you stop him from standing over there?
Ma'am, no.
No, because he is standing outside of the region. Because that region is not yours. Is that clear?
Yes,
okay, Ishan, this class is going to end. You have to join this class from the another link. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So as soon as this class ends, click on the another link and join the class. The remaining 20 minutes class, okay? Okay, so quickly write down, we were doing closed curve now. Write down in closed curve only. In closed curve, there are 3 parts. In closed curve, there are 3 parts.
Closed curve.
In closed curve, there are 3 parts. First, interior. First is interior of the curve.
Interior of curve.
I've written it also if you have some problem. Second is boundary of the curve. And third is exterior of the curve.
Exterior.
So a closed curve has 3 parts.
None written.
Okay, tell me one thing, Ishan. An open curve cannot have these 3 parts. Why?
Ma'am, because it is open from one side and
Yes.
means it does not have a proper boundary.
Yes, very good. Because it is already open, it is not having a proper boundary. Then how can it have interior or boundary or exterior?
Ma'am, so if B point is on the open point of that circle, then it will also be exterior.
Yes, very good. Because everything is open for an open curve, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Write down definition of region. What is a region? Here also you have to, here only you write region. Region is what? An interior of the curve together with its boundary is called region. An interior of the curve together with its boundary is called region.
Together with its boundary.
An interior of the curve together with its boundary is called its region. Okay?
Is called its region.
Is called its region. Any confusion?
No, ma'am.
So, do you have any idea about polygons?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what are polygons.
Ma'am's closed figures with straight lines are called polygons.
Very good. Very good. You are approximately correct. Write down. Quickly write down. You are right. A figure is a polygon. A figure is a polygon if it is a simple closed curve. If it is a figure is a polygon if it is a simple closed, it has to be closed also.
Ma'am, simple or symbol?
Simple. Just now we studied na simple curves.
Yes, ma'am. Simple.
So it has to be simple also and it has to be curved also. Sorry, closed also. Simple closed curve made up of line segments. Made up of line segments.
Line segment.
I repeat, a figure is a polygon if it is a simple closed curve made up of line segments. Have you understood this definition?
Yes, ma'am.
Because polygons are what? They are just figures which are simple closed curves and they are made up of line segments. For example, I can't say this is a polygon.
Ma'am, because it has curves.
Yes, very good. It is simple, yes or no? It is a simple curve, yes or no? Okay. It is closed also?
Ma'am, but line segment doesn't has that curve. It is straight.
I am coming to that point. It is simple closed curve, isn't it?
Yes,
but it is not made up of line segments. So we can't say that it is a polygon because in polygon there is a condition that the simple closed curves should be made up of line segments. Okay. Now let us start. Now, take an example. Let's take an example. Let us take, this is a polygon or not?
Yes.
It is simple, closed curve, and it is made up of line segments also. Okay. Now
Yes,
let
ma'am.
us discuss polygons using this figure. First of all, sides. Sides. How many sides are there in this polygon?
Ma'am, 5.
5. Namely,
A, B, C, D, and E.
AB,
B, C,
BC,
C, D, D, E, and E, A.
E, and EA. And I can also write it in the opposite ways like BA, CB, DC, ED, and AE. Right?
Yes,
This
ma'am.
rule is not applicable in ray, because in ray there is one endpoint, but the other one is not an endpoint.
Endpoint.
But here we can write it as BA also. I can write it as CB,
CB,
DC,
DC, ED, and A.
and AE. Clear? So these are the sides of this particular figure polygon. Okay, next, vertex. Vertex. How many vertices are there? What is the plural of vertex?
Vertices.
Vertices. So how many vertices are here in this polygon?
Ma'am, 5.
5. Name the vertices.
Ma'am, A to B, B to C, then B to C, C to D.
No. Just A. A is a vertex. B is a this point
I
is
was
a
naming angles.
this is a vertex. This is a vertex B. This is a vertex C. This is a vertex D. And this is a vertex E.
E.
Okay. But if somebody will ask you the definition of vertex, how you will define vertex?
Ma'am, the point where two lines meet.
2 lines. Okay. Give me one example. Give me 2 lines and one vertex where the 2 lines are meeting and a vertex is formed. Just one example from here.
Ma'am,
Give me 2 line segments.
to C and C to D.
Okay, wait. Repeat.
Ma'am, B to C and C to D.
B to C. Don't say B to C. Just say BC. Side
BC
BC.
and CD.
Side BC and side CD.
C.
These are the
Vertex
2
C.
sides. When they meet at vertex C.
C.
Okay. So are you clear with vertex now?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't say B to C. Okay, you have to say BC, side BC, because BC is a side. Say CD, CD is a side. You can also say DC, DC is a side. It's your wish whether you want to write it in the form of CD or you want to write it in the form of DC.
DC.
Your wish, you can write it both ways. So vertex is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
When any 2 sides of a polygon, when any 2 sides meet at a point, then that point is known as a vertex.
Vertex.
Okay. Next, adjacent sides. Give me any 2 adjacent sides in this figure. Any 2.
Ma'am, but what are adjacent sides?
Okay, so you don't know what are adjacent sides? Okay, I will tell you. Wait. See. BC and CD are lying together. They are lying together or not?
Yes, ma'am.
They both can meet at a point C, which is known as a vertex. That means BC and CD, they both are lying together. So that means BC and CD are adjacent to each other. They both are adjacent to each other. BC and CD are adjacent sides. Clear? Similarly, now you tell me the next example.
Ma'am, AE and ED.
Very good. Now AE and ED are also adjacent. Any other?
Ma'am, AB and BC.
Very good. AB and BC, they are also adjacent. BC and CD are adjacent. CD and ED are adjacent. ED and AE are adjacent. And AE and AB are also adjacent. Now you got what are adjacent sides?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
Yes,
suppose
ma'am.
there are 4 friends and they are holding their hands. Okay. Now I'm going to draw 4 friends and they are holding their hands. This is, let's say, Ishan. Okay. Tell me another, any other name of your friend?
Ma'am, Dhruv.
Dhruv. Next.
Kush.
Kush. Okay. And last?
Gaurav.
Gaurav. Okay. So these are 4 friends, best friends. Okay. Now Ishan and Dhruv are adjacent to each other, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because they are next to each other. Fine. Similarly, Dhruv and Kush are also adjacent to each other. Kush and Gaurav are also adjacent to each other. But Gaurav and Ishan are not adjacent.
Ma'am, but if we are in a circle,
But if you are in a circle, then that is definitely possible. But it is not a circle now. I have not drawn a circle over here. So that means your Gaurav and Ishan are not adjacent. Ishan is also not adjacent to Kush. Ishan is only adjacent to Dhruv. Now adjacent is clear to you. What is the meaning of adjacent?
And Gaurav is also not adjacent to Dhruv.
Very good. So now you understood the meaning of adjacent sides, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This is clear to you. Now because you have understood what are adjacent sides, you will explain to me that what is the meaning of adjacent vertex. I have drawn the same diagram again. A, B, C, D, E. Adjacent vertex. Now Ishan will teach me adjacent vertex.
Ma'am, in BA and AE, both are meeting at A. So A is an adjacent vertex.
Wait a second. AB and AE, you are saying they both are meeting at A. Then A is?
Adjacent vertex.
To whom?
To B and E.
Very good. First of all, here we have how many vertices? 5. A is a vertex, B is a vertex, C, D, E. They also are vertex. A is adjacent, vertex A is adjacent to vertex B.
B.
Similarly, vertex A is also adjacent to vertex E.
E.
Just now you said, now B is adjacent to how many vertex?
Ma'am, 2. A and C.
Very good. B vertex is adjacent to A vertex. Similarly, B vertex is adjacent to C vertex. Okay, now tell me, D is adjacent to whom?
Ma'am, C and E.
Yes, vertex D is adjacent to vertex C and also to vertex E. So you understood what is the meaning of adjacent vertex?
Yes, ma'am.
Adjacent means lying next to each other. That's it. Okay, it can be adjacent sides.
It is
it can be
adjacent sides only.
What?
Ma'am, it is similar like adjacent sides.
Yes, it is similar like adjacent sides because meaning of adjacent is same everywhere. Okay. So adjacent side you have understood. Adjacent vertex also you have understood. Now let me ask you a question. First of all, tell me. Try to form a polygon with 4 matchsticks. Can you form a polygon using 4 matchsticks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, it can be square,
Okay. Using 3 matchsticks?
triangle.
Very good. And using 2 matchsticks?
No, we cannot make
Why?
using two.
Why?
Ma'am, because if we are arrange it, either it will be parallel lines or it will be a single line segment.
I have taken this matchstick. This is a matchstick. This is another matchstick. I tried to form a vertex over here, but another vertex could not be formed. At least we require one more matchstick to complete this polygon, because polygon is a closed curve, isn't it? So that
And
means
the smallest polygon is triangle.
triangle. Very good. So that means we cannot make a polygon using 2 matchsticks. Okay?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Last topic of polygons is diagonals. Have you heard of this word before?
Ma'am, I have heard
Diagonals.
quadrilateral.
Please repeat. What did you say just now?
Ma'am, I said that I have not heard diagonal, but I have heard quadrilateral that we have not studied.
Okay. Diagonals. See what are diagonals. Let me draw the same figure again. Now, this is a vertex A and this is a vertex B. A and B are adjacent vertices or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So if I join A with join B, I will get AB, which is known as a side of a polygon, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If I join A, if I join A with join B, like this, if I join vertex A with vertex B, I will get side AB. AB is the side of the polygon, right? But
Yes,
if I join vertex A with vertex C, like this, then is this a side of the polygon?
no, ma'am.
No. If I join A with if I join vertex A with vertex C, AC is not a side of the polygon. It is known as diagonal. Can you draw some more diagonals in this diagram?
Ma'am, B to D,
B to D, very good.
B to E,
B to E,
and
A to
E to
D,
C.
C to E. So many diagonals are there, isn't
Ma'am,
it?
it formed a star.
Yes, that means diagonal is formed when you join two vertices which are not adjacent to each other. Isn't it? Because if we join two vertices which are adjacent, then we will get a side. Then we will not get a diagonal. Okay. But if we join two vertices which are not adjacent, then we get diagonal. Here in this diagram, vertex A and vertex C are not adjacent to each other. They are not adjacent, right?
Yes, ma'am.
They are not adjacent. And when we join two vertices which are not adjacent, then we get a diagonal. Vertex B and vertex E, they are not adjacent to each other, and when we join them, we get a diagonal. So diagonal is clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Diagonal is also clear. So tell me some diagonals here in this diagram.
Ma'am, which diagram?
This diagram itself, you have AC. AC is a diagonal. Then you can have AD also.
BD.
BD.
EB.
EB. Very good. Any more?
Ma'am.
CE.
DA.
AD already I have written. DA and AD are same. So now you know how to draw a diagonal. It's very easy to draw a diagonal. How you can draw a diagonal? By joining two vertices which are
not adjacent.
Okay. Please repeat the definition once again. What are diagonals?
Diagonals are lines made when we join two vertices which are not adjacent
to each other. Very good. Which are not adjacent to each other. Okay. Now, one question I have for you. The question is, if you try to join adjacent vertices, will the result be a diagonal?
No, ma'am.
No. What will be the result then?
A side.
Very good. If we join two adjacent vertices, then we will get a side. We will not get a diagonal.
Diagonal.
Okay. So, Ishan, the polygons is also over. So today we covered two topics. We covered curves and we did polygons today.
Polygons.
So any doubt in these two topics today?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, there was a question in my test that what is a polygon made with 4 line segments called? So
Okay.
I wrote square, but other children also wrote quadrilateral, and both were correct.
Both were correct. Why both were correct? Because quadrilateral also has 4 sides.
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, parallelogram also has 4 sides. Square also has 4 sides. That's why both the answers are correct. Okay?
Yeah. Ma'am, but more appropriate was quadrilateral.
More appropriate was quadrilateral. Why?
Ma'am, because it is the term given to polygon made with 4.
Okay. We will do this when we'll come to quadrilaterals chapter, then you will understand this much better. Okay? Okay, so today we finished polygons and curves. Tomorrow we will, in the next class we will start with angles. The next topic will be angles. Till then, Ishan, tell me first of all, how many exercises of NCERT of this chapter you have done?
Ma'am, of geometry?
Of geometrical, this chapter.
Ma'am, of geometry. Ma'am, geometry I am starting with you.
Okay, so that means you have not done the first exercise of this chapter, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so for today, your homework is you have to complete the first exercise of your NCERT. Okay, how many questions are there? It is very simple. All the basic questions are there.
Ma'am, where is it? Ma'am, it's there 4.1. Ma'am, it has 6 questions.
Okay. So you can do this exercise. You can complete these questions and we will discuss if you have any problem in the next class. Okay.
And ma'am, when you were asking me adjacent sides, first I told you angles.
You told me angles. So do you know what are angles? Angles we will discuss in the next class. Okay. What's your homework? You have to complete your 4.1 exercise in the notebook where you have made my notes. Okay, this notebook itself.
Ma'am, I know angles because it is my favorite.
Okay, then we'll be discussing your favorite part in the next class. Okay, Shan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.